Welcome to Corey Turner Talks Cars. It's time for Friday Funnies. Have you ever seen an airplane land on a crowded freeway? Well, if not, we're going to look at that today. It's crazy to see what happened with that little private plane. But first, before we get started in Friday Funnies, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be sure to like and leave some comments for us. But it is Friday. We have made it through another zany and crazy week. And here's some of the great stuff that you've sent to me and some of the great stuff that I have found. So let's jump in here and look at Friday Funnies. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, first up... Okay, this comes by way of BA Motorsports. You can find them on YouTube. They got a great channel. I suggest you go out there and subscribe. If you have a channel about cars, be sure to let me know. I like to highlight cars shows on Car Chili. We talk about Doug DeMuro and some of those big channels, but we also like to talk about the up-and-coming channels, so be sure to share that. Okay, so this one actually comes from their security footage. One of their employees pulling up to the shop there. Now, when I was younger, I had a BMX bike and I loved it. It was my freedom. It's how I got around town. But it didn't have a kickstand on it. And so I would just pull up and just boop, let it fall wherever it was. And apparently this bike doesn't have one either. And he's like, oh, well, I'll leave it. I'll be coming out later anyway. So I thought that was funny. Thanks to BMA Motorsports for that one. That's hilarious. Yeah, okay, so what? Well, we'll pick it up later. They are pretty heavy. Right? Okay, Jacob _Enzo16, who has his license plate. If you want to earn your license plate, be sure to visit CoreyTurnerTalks.com. But I love this sticker. Warning, car may explode. I built this beep myself. It needs to almost be on the back, like, you may want to pull back about another, 20 or 30 feet. Give us a little more space. We don't know what's going to fall off. I thought that was a pretty good sticker there, especially for anybody that likes to modify, do their own work on their cars. I thought that was pretty hilarious. We're all stuck at home right now, the COVID-19, and, need to run to Home Depot, pick up some parts, don't have a truck, so got to do some home modifications because we're sick of our houses now after a month of being stuck in, and this guy did that, and I think we've all had stuff sticking out of the trunk, but I don't know that I've ever had, look how much is sticking out. Aren't you supposed to put like a red flag if it sticks out that far? I think that just sticks out. I don't know what you do when it sticks up and out, but that's hilarious. Oh, do not need to have an accident in that one. Oh, for sure. Okay, so Danis Gresco, Suicidal Samurai, that awesome samurai, he made that. Be sure to check that other show we did. He sent this over. So this is actually, it's a 1967 Ford LTD Sport Top that someone just put a Ford truck bed on it. And I've got to say, if you look at it, they did an amazing job. Look at how the lines, you can tell right behind the front door. Well, there's only one door, but you can tell right behind the door that the trim changes shapes pretty big. But what an amazing conversion job that those guys did. Now, I don't know if I would put anything in the bed because you could pop in wheelies all the way down the street. It reminds me, remember when we saw the truck where the guy welded on the extended bed truck that was way out past that rear axle, and that's the situation there. But an amazing custom job they did on that. Check that out. I can't imagine taking turns in that. I'd be like, everybody, you're all going to need to back away. That would be crazy. Okay, Antonio Diaz sent this over. He has his license plate. Thank you for sending that over. This makes me think of, you're playing a video game and you got to get to the next checkpoint so you get more time. I don't care if the brakes are on fire, man. We got to go. Unfortunately, you're on that car, but man, check it out. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad news. Oh, that's bad. That's hilarious. So that was pretty funny. This one here, I found this one on JDM Fails. Okay, I love Miatas, and I think this is crazy cool. I think this is crazy cool. I don't know how they got all that done. You can tell it's not the best modification. It's nothing like the Ford LTD that we just saw. It looks like they just were like, yeah, we're just going to cut off body panels and stick the giant wheels on there. But If you fixed it up, that would be a cool car. I would cruise around in that. Imagine the looks you'd get in that bad boy. That's pretty crazy. I think that's awesome. Also, from JDM Fail, you find them on Instagram. Could you imagine? I don't even know. Man, I can't imagine seeing that thing flying at you and just drive right over the front of your car. That's horrible. I had a buddy, the Porsche Boxster had just come out, and he got one. And we went to this place called, I think it was Cool River. It was in Las Colinas. We valet parked, went in, we're playing pool, visiting. And we kept hearing somebody announce something over the speaker, but wasn't paying attention. But we went to leave. The poor valet, he gave her the ticket, and she just, like, all the blood left her face. And she just didn't even say anything. She just turned and walked over to somebody else, visited with them. They looked up at us and was like, and then went inside. And so a manager came out, and he's like, yours is the Porsche Boxster? He goes, yes. And about that time, I'm looking down. It's a hill there from the front door. There is a Jeep, like a Wrangler, sitting on top of a car. And as it turns out, it was his Porsche Boxster. So someone had come up with the Jeep Wrangler, had hopped out, given the information to the valet, didn't put it in park. It rolled all the way down the hill and right up the front of that poor Porsche. He didn't have it long after that, but they had been paging us, so they freaked out when we came up. It's like, oh, it was so bad. But it looked almost like that. Poor Porsche, man. That was pretty bad. Okay, so we saw just a second ago that we started off with someone having a little issue with their bike. This guy has a major issue, so let's watch. Okay, I'm good. Let's see, is my phone in my pocket? Yeah, okay, there it is. All right, wasn't a phantom ring then. I got my phone. Let's put up that kickstand. And almost got it up. No, wait. Oh, if you've ever laid a bike over, you will know they're pretty heavy. Center of gravity's kind of high, so he's got it. Look, he does a good job. You got to be careful not to go too far. Like that. Now, I'm thinking he's like, screw it. We're going to leave it. But no, he's not going to give up. He's not that kind of person. He's like, I got to take care of this bike. So he's like, okay, well, let me get my helmet because I'm going to ride anyway. Got to be safe. We'll just pick it up. Okay, that's it. Now, be careful. Easy does it. Okay, I got this. There you go. Legs, not your back. Protect yourself. Good. Got it done. And uh-oh. Okay, I have to admit, I laid down my buddy's bike once, and when I was picking it up, I didn't roll it all the way over because it took everything I had just to get it back up. It was so heavy, so I feel that guy's pain, but he's had to pick it up 3 times. Okay, now earlier I said, have you ever seen an airplane land on a freeway? Check this out. So it starts with a puff of black smoke from the plane, that's a bad sign, but check this out. So he's coming in. Okay, no problems. Now, when you start slowing down, if you saw an airplane landing in front of you, so the car in front of us does right there, like he's like, uh-oh. But the 2 cars that are close to him, they're just still driving at speed. Check it out. Now they start to brake after he touches down. I'm like, what are you guys doing? And then, okay, so he starts slowing down. They are right on him. Like, I would have given this guy some space. There is no way I'd be crowding an airplane that just landed on the freeway. And then he's like, yeah, I think this is my exit. I'll take this right here. Looks like it's in Canada. Got Montreal there. Puts their hazards on and then just zips around. Okay, so technically, aren't we supposed to, like, render aid if we see an accident? So is it technically an accident? I'm going to say an airplane landing on a freeway is an accident. So I would have stopped. I would have had to stop anyway. I'd have been stopping like, dude, what happened? Are you okay? Great job, because look at it. He had to land in between the street signs. Those overhead street signs, right? So if we come back, let's come back a little bit. He had the overpass, all right? So he clears that. And then he's got to nestle it in and lay it down right in between the street signs and the cars that are there. So I think he did a great job of doing that. That could not have been easy. You had a very, very narrow gap. And then you got some crazy drivers that are just going to tailgate an airplane that just landed on the freeway. Wow, that's crazy to me. So I don't know. People are different. I would have, at least the guy in the middle put his hazard lights on, but yeah, that's nuts. So anyway, that's crazy town right there. So thank you for joining me for Friday Funnies. Hopefully you had a laugh. Be sure to share us with your friends. If you find something crazy on the internet, funny, zany, stupid, whatever it is, or you're out there driving around and you see something, be safe, but take a picture, send it our way. We'll put it on Friday Funnies and we'll give you a shout out. If you really like the show and get involved, you'll earn your license plate. You can check that out at CoreyTurnerTalks.com on how to do that. So remember to like, comment, and share. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And let's talk about cars tomorrow.